The medical insurance plan that begins at the age of 60. Medi60 from Sri Lanka Insurance. Call 0112 357 357.
In a few moments, the news.
Sri Lanka Insurance, like a father, like a mother.
This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
Precisely 1:15. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. News edited by Catherine Pereira and read by Sharifa Tahir. Headlines. It has been revealed that an extremist group is behind the unruly conduct in Nugegoda. 54 persons have been arrested with the involvement of the incident. The Mahasangha expressed the importance of acting intelligently. Minister S.B. Disanayake says that the present crisis, which is existing in the country, is not created instantly. Another ship carrying 120,000 metric tons of diesel will arrive in the country within the next 2 days. And on news overseas, Russian forces regrouping for attack. We move on to local news in detail now. The President's Media Division says that it is revealed that an organized group of extremists were behind the unruly conduct near the Jubilee Post in Nugegoda last night amidst the protests. In a statement issued this morning, the PMD noted that the said group of individuals wielding iron rods and clubs had provoked the protesters while marching towards the presidential residence in Pangirivatta. Most of them who acted in a violent manner is now under arrest and many have been identified as organized extremists. Continuing further with more local stories, the arrestees have divulged that they intend to destabilize the country by causing an unruly situation by anonymously instigating the public through social media platforms, the PMD said further. The police media spokesperson says a total of 54 people were arrested from the group of protesters at Pangirivatta Mawatha in Mirihana, which leads to the president's residence last night. According to SSP Nihal Talduwa, one woman is also among the arrestees. During the protest, multiple vehicles belonging to the police and the army, including 2 buses, a jeep, 3-wheeler, 2 motorcycles, were also toshed, he added. Meanwhile, an assistant superintendent of police and 4 other cops have also sustained injuries during the protest. They are currently receiving treatment in hospital. Minister S.B. Disanayake says that the present crisis in the country is not created instantly, but this situation is being building from a long time with the gathering of many issues. Therefore, he said the people should act intelligently and not in an irresponsible manner. The anti-government protest, which had occurred last night in Mirihana area, was organized by the group of extremism. It is sad to note that guiding the people to destroy properties and for violations. He also said that the president has a good understanding on the problems faced by the public. Participating in the program of the SLBC, he said the president will take necessary measures to build the country while solving the problem of the people in the country. Meanwhile, the Mahasangha and intellectuals has pointed out that the people should not destroy the properties and act of damage, otherwise we have to face more deterioration. It is accepted that the people are in pressure amidst the existing difficulties. Venerable Ali Gunawansa and expertise stated that people should not act in an impulsive manner and it is important to act intelligently on behalf of the motherland. The Thera also emphasized that all should get together to save the country. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation giving you the news.
The medical insurance plan that begins at the age of 60. Medi60 from Sri Lanka Insurance.
Continuing with more local stories, the International Monetary Fund says discussions with Sri Lankan authorities on a possible loan program would be initiated in the coming days. Speaking in this regard at a media briefing, IMF spokesperson Jerry Rice said the discussions would continue during the visit of Finance Minister Basil Rajapaksa to Washington next month. The Ministry of Power and Energy says that the country will receive 120,000 metric tons of diesel within the next 2 weeks. Accordingly, 3 ships carrying fuel is scheduled to arrive in the island under the Indian loan facility. A ship carrying 40,000 metric tons of diesel will arrive in the island today. The ministry also stated that another 40,000 metric tons of diesel ship will arrive in the island.
The medical insurance plan that begins at the age of 60. Medi 60 from Sri Lanka Insurance. A health insurance plan to honor our most valued elders by the protectors of the nation. We now give our treasured senior citizens access to the very best medical insurance, specially tailored for anyone over 60. What's more, you don't need medical screening to access this policy. And Medi 60 covers a wide range of illnesses. Only from Sri Lanka Insurance. Call 0112 357 357.
And on the main news story, Secretary to the Ministry of Tourism, S. Hettiarachchi, says that all necessary measures have been taken to uplift the tourism industry in the country. The government is also acting to provide continuous electricity supply to the tourist hotels. Participating in a media briefing held yesterday to educate on the tourism exhibition, he said that the priority has been given for electricity generation machines. The exhibition will be held on the 20th and the 21st of next month at the BMICH, and it will be held for the 10th time.
Watch Life is brought to you by More Prizes, More Gains with CIB New Year offers. Valuable gifts for every bill. 20% discount for bank cards until 10th of April. Visit CIB today.
The Public Health Inspectors Association requests the consumers to be vigilant on purchasing frozen food items. The standards of several food items have been dropped due to the existing electricity suspension. Some food items have become unsuitable for consumption. They also pointed out that some traders are selling their food items ignoring it. The association said that raiding of such traders will be conducted continuously.
More prizes, more gains with CIB New Year offers. Valuable gifts for every bill. 20% discount for bank cards until 10th of April. Visit CIB today.
World News, brought to you by courtesy of...
No matter what anyone says, for your lease, visit the Leasing Mahagedara. People's Leasing, Friendly Leasing Mahagedara. More information from the nearest People's Leasing branch.
People's Leasing, the trusted leader.
World News headlines: Russian forces regrouping for attack. Eastern Ukraine braces for more intense fighting. Japan arranges details of assistance for Ukraine evacuees. We move on to World News in detail now. According to NATO's Secretary General, Russian forces in Ukraine are regrouping to double down on their attacks in the east of the country. Russia is trying to regroup, resupply and reinforce, Jens Stoltenberg said. The UK said Russia was bringing in between 1,200 and 2,000 troops from Georgia as reinforcements. Moscow said on Tuesday that it would reduce military activity in northern Ukraine and focus on liberating the Donbas region in the southeast. Mr. Stoltenberg said Russia's aim of pursuing a military outcome had not changed. Russian forces are regrouping and shifting focus. Ukrainians, especially in the east, are worried that the deadly fighting will soon get worse. Russia has promised to scale back attacks on Kiev, but people fleeing the capital said that that's not their experience. A woman who fled to Kiev said the fighting continues there. They bomb us every day. NATO leaders are following Russian troops' movements. They expect the forces that have retreated will be back. Finally, on World News, the Japanese government has decided to let a foundation provide initial assistance to help those who have fled Ukraine to resettle in Japan. The foundation is also expected to serve as a liaison in introducing the evacuees to municipalities and businesses offering accommodation and other support. The decision came at a government meeting on hosting Ukrainian evacuees held for the second time on Friday. Chief Cabinet Secretary Matsuno Hirokazu, Foreign Minister Hayashi Yoshimasa, and others attended. That's on World News.
World News. Brought to you by courtesy of...
For your wheel lease, visit the Leasing Mahagedara. People's Leasing, friendly leasing Mahagedara. More information from the nearest People's Leasing branch.
People's Leasing, the trusted leader.
Development News is brought to you by... Let's take coal out of the coconut tree and make the island thriving and prosperous. Call our hotline 1928. WhatsApp 070 400 1928.
The Colombo International Airport, Ratmalana, will be further developed to suit international standards. The chairman of the Civil Aviation Authority, Major General retired G.A. Chandrasiri, said facilities have already been arranged in this regard. Ratmalana International Airport marked a milestone event commencing scheduled international regional flight operations after 5 decades recently, and the operations are now being carried out successfully.
Development News was brought to you by... The coconut tree is well grown in almost all the parts of the island. It is an exceptional source of extra income. The shell, the husk and almost all the parts of the coconut tree makes you money, providing you with an excellent extra source of income. It will also help to nourish the economy of the country. You will be guided with all necessary informations regarding the coconut cultivation, with the novel cultivation techniques and all other related and upgraded informations by the Coconut Research Institute, Lunavilla. Call our hotline 1928. WhatsApp 070 400 1928. Sports News is brought to you by
Sampath Bank. We present your future.
The matches of semi-final rounds of the National Super League 4-day cricket tournament will be held at the Hambantota and Kandy. The Sri Lanka Cricket Institute says the matches will be conducted until Sunday. The final match of the tournament is scheduled to be held at the Galle International Stadium on the 10th of this month. In the meantime, the second round of match of the International Nippon Paint Rugby Tournament will be held at the Havelock Town Playgrounds today. The sports clubs of Sri Lanka Air Force and the Army are to compete at the CRC Sports Grounds. Kandy Sports Club, which is undefeated, is leading at the tournament.
Cash through NSP globally and win wonderful gifts locally. From October 1st, 2021 to December 31st, 2022. Remit a minimum of $100 or an equivalent amount in any foreign currency 3 times through NSB U Trust.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
Pro Food, Pro Pack and Ag-Based 2022, Sri Lanka's only comprehensive food, agriculture and packaging exhibition, will open its doors to the general public and trade visitors from the 5th to the 7th of August 2022 for the 19th consecutive year at the BMICH Exhibition Centre, Colombo. The exhibition is organised by the Sri Lanka Food Processors Association together with Lanka Exhibition and Conference Services Private Limited. The exhibition is supported and endorsed by the Ministry of Industries.
Business News, sponsored by
Cash through NSP globally and win wonderful gifts locally. Will you be the lucky winner of the NSP Golden Jubilee? 50 gold sovereigns for the top prize winner of the NSP Golden Jubilee. Scooters for the 10 second prize winners. iPhones for the 10 third prize winners. Mountain bikes for the 29 fourth prize winners. From October 1st, 2021 to December 31st, 2022. Remit a minimum of $100 or an equivalent amount in any foreign currency 3 times through NSB U Trust.
And on economic news, Three Singha Group of Company has introduced for the first time a roller door insurance cover. It will be implemented with the joining of the Sri Lanka Insurance Corporation. The relevant agreement in this regard was signed recently. That's on economic news. And on the weather update, the Met Department says that showers or thunder showers will occur at several places over most parts of the island except northern province during the evening or night. Fairly heavy showers, about 75 millimeters, can be expected at some places in the western Sabaragamuwa, central and Uva provinces and in Galle and Mathura districts. And that's the weather update. And before we conclude this bulletin of news, back to the headlines. It has been revealed that extremist group is behind the unruly conduct in Nugegoda. 54 persons have been arrested in the involvement of the incident. The Mahasangha expressed the importance of acting intelligently. Minister S.P. Disanayake says that the present crisis existing in the country is not created instantly. Another ship carrying 120,000 metric tons of diesel will arrive in the country within the next 2 weeks. And on news overseas, Russian forces regrouping for attack. And with that, we conclude the second bulletin of the day.